In this video, I will talk about biomarkers of aging, what we have to use to estimate our biological age, and then I will go to more details. You probably will not be happy with this, so I recommend you to download presentation as PDF file. Then you can make your own research, go to the sources of information, and decide for yourself what is to do. Okay, so now again, I'm not only presenting some summary, but I will go to details. What is aging? Aging is commonly characterized by a decline in fertility and growing risk of disease, morbidity, and death. There are more than 300 theories of aging, and dominant opinion is that the senile degeneration in the human body is related to cellular aging. Yet it is not understood what is the root cause of aging. Okay guys, you see, I'm a professional scientist. I know that science is just, there is no established science. Science is just different opinion. I have my opinion, there is dominant opinion, and the dominant opinion is not necessarily true opinion. So it is, again, I just say my opinion is different. You can follow dominant opinion, it's up to you. I try to express my opinion, and I have some ground to say that I don't trust dominant opinion. So that's another degeneration in human body not related to cellular aging, not related. It somehow maybe can be used, but it is not what is real cause of aging. Okay, my understanding of aging is different from that of many medical professionals and scientists. In my opinion, the root cause of aging is the stiffening of tissues in human bodies due to cross-linking of proteins by sugar molecules, as well as accumulation of toxins and waste metabolic products in our body that cannot be destroyed and expelled by our immune system. Two reasons. It's because of cross-linking of proteins, our immune system is compromised, it cannot work properly, and also some toxins and waste products accumulate, and we don't have enzymes. This our immune system cannot expel them from our body. So this is problem. But if you understand what kind of toxins, what kind of waste metabolic products you have to expel, and then you can get to the solution also. So both cross-linking and removing of the toxins can be done. So I propose and measure the stiffness of our blood vessels to estimate our biological age and make necessary corrections in lifestyle, diet, supplements, and exercise. Of course, there is no magic pill. You cannot be rejuvenated overnight, but it will take years for sure. But if you will do everything right, then you will see results. It will take years. Again, it will take years, but you need some monitor. You need some measures to estimate, are you going to the right direction or not? What is working for you? And maybe what works for me, maybe don't work for you. So you have to decide. But I propose some estimation, some tool for estimate of our biological age. While many degenerative diseases are related to aging, aging itself is not yet officially considered as disease. It is, I believe it is disease, okay, and it can be cured. However, we may talk about anti-aging supplements, treatments, and even the quickly growing anti-aging industry, which is billions of American dollars. The cellular age correlates with methylation levels in DNA. Yes, this is the definition of the cellular age. It was demonstrated that DNA methylation level of blood cells correlate with all-cause mortality. But again, correlate, not causation. Correlation is not causation, just correlate. Potentially, cellular age may correlate with root cause of aging, or maybe not. So by measuring the accumulation of methyl group in one DNA molecules, in the DNA molecules, it is possible to measure the average cellular age of tissues and even organisms. So Dr. Steve Horvath's proposed in 2011 the epigenetic clock based on DNA methylation data as a biomarker of aging. And since then, he is very productive, and he's publishing few articles, few publications per month. It is he makes a lot of work, but again, I just don't accept this idea that we can measure biological age with methylation clock. It is, to me, it is crazy. But okay, he has own opinion. I have my own opinion. It is not the same. So a single measurement of biological age by the methylation clock may cost from a few hundred to several $1,000s. So it is business now. You want to check your biological age? Okay, pay money. You will get the service. So you see that how it is, that the whole methylation clock work. There is some correlation, but with big uncertainty in estimation of age. You can be like 60 years old, but your methylation age can be 50 or like this. But again, this is on people who don't use any treatments. Okay, there are a little bit different methylation clocks, but okay, the principle is the same. According to the stem cell and immune theories of aging, supplying an aged organism with a young hematopoietic, but okay, this is just medical term. Stem cells should increase its regenerative and immune capacities, with the resultant enhancement of general health and potential lifespan extension. I don't accept this, but okay, there is such opinion. Because the methylation clock estimates the average age of cells, stem cell injection from placenta or from young donor or to blood or to tissues will reduce the measured age. It is like if you take stem cells which are actually has no age, and then inject it into your blood or somewhere, then you can measure, you dilute your old cells with stem cells, and why is the wonder that you can measure some much younger age? It's a relatively expensive procedure, and on average stem cell therapy cost can range anywhere between 5,000 and 50,000 American dollars. So you trust this advertisement that you will get the stem cell injections, and then to prove that it works, you will measure your biological age with methylation clock, and you will see, oh, in one night I got like 20 years rejuvenation. Yeah, good luck to you. It doesn't work, in my opinion. But okay, you pay money, you get your service you deserved. Obviously, stem cell therapy will result on radical rejuvenation measured with the methylation clock. And this is, again, this is a business. Methylation clock is a business, and stem cell therapy, which uses the methylation clock for advertisement, is also business. They generate a lot of money. But does it give long-lasting rejuvenation, lifespan extension? It is an open question. To my opinion, it is not. Okay, this is what they're doing. They take placenta from newborn baby and then get some stem cells from placenta and inject. In the laboratory conditions, they multiply these stem cells and inject it to your tissues or, blood, whatever. A bone marrow transplant is also called a stem cell transplant. So because normally our body produces stem cells in bone marrow. Bone marrow transplantation is a common medical procedure used to treat certain diseases such as leukemia, lymphoma, and other blood disorders. Studies demonstrate that transplanting young bone marrow into old mice result in improved repair mechanism and cognitive functions. In particular, bone marrow transplantation may recover endothelium cells and improve blood flow in mice. This is interesting data. I would not deny it. So stem cells from bone marrow can rejuvenate the endothelium cells and can improve blood flow. And if blood flow is improved, you will see signs of rejuvenation. I would not deny it. Bone marrow transplantation has shown some potential for systemic rejuvenation. This is what I completely agree. Transplantation of bone marrow from young to older animals has been sufficient to extend the lifespan of aged mice to 30%. The observed lifespan extension in mice was accompanied by extension of an active and healthy life. No doubt. Yeah, no doubt it worked. But question of the cost of this treatment and complications, etc. So how they do? They take bone marrow and inject it to blood, and then you will have many more stem cells in the blood, and also you can have the immune cells, many more than in before. Okay, however, some recent experiments failed to observe significant effects in the lifespan extension of mice. Again, it depends. It depends. Sometimes if you will see definite improvement in the health of mice, but how it will change lifespan, it is not yet clear. Okay, the direct impact of bone marrow transplantation on overall human body rejuvenation remain an area on ongoing research. I believe it should give, especially if it will recover the blood flow because of because the endothelium cells is repaired. But then it is real. But again, you can get the same effect, the same result much cheaper, to my opinion. So the cost of bone marrow transplantation varies widely based on factors such as location, type of transplant, location in country, where to do it, type of transplant, and associated expenses. Global cost, including patient hospitalization for transplantation and all outpatient medications through 6 months post-marrow infusion, about 85 to 460,000 American dollars, depending on the country. So it is very expensive procedure. The cost of bone marrow transplant in India is the cheapest and ranges from $25,000 to $55,000, but all the treatments will come to no less than 85,000 American dollars. So, and even if you will do this transplantation, success is they said quite good, 16 to 90%, and probability to survive next 7 years. It's 20%. It's 20%, and you will have no problem with your blood related diseases. Yeah, for 7 years. Okay, it can be no problem. Okay, but again, you can get it. Yeah, I believe it works. The question is how it is expensive, and does it work for anyone, cheap and easy? Well, you decide for yourself. Research related to reprogramming adult cells into pluripotent stem cells with Yamanaka factors is well funded and gets a lot of publicity. It's a lot of noise about this. Yamanaka, he got a Nobel Prize for this discovery, and it is pushing. They try to make some technology from this, and a lot of money invested in this technology. And then, okay, pluripotent stem cells hold promise for regenerative medicine, as they can differentiate into specific cell types that may be used for treating various medical conditions such as neurodegenerative disorders, cardiovascular diseases, and certain types of injuries. It's not my opinion. It's again what you will find in literature. You will read this publication and you find, oh well, Yamanaka factor will make everybody young. Okay, reprogramming adult cells with Yamanaka factor holds the potential for rejuvenation by reversing cellular aging, restoring cellular function and tissue integrity without loss of cell identity. So again, opinion. Some researchers conclude that reprogramming cells can be the best prospect for achieving epigenetic rejuvenation. Yes, okay, it is question of what you want to achieve. Do you want to achieve your biological rejuvenation or just epigenetic rejuvenation? Epigenetic rejuvenation has very little, has some correlation with biological age, but not so much, okay, not so much. In my opinion, again, my opinion is different from dominating opinion, and again, what I can say, it's again, more research is necessary. Okay, how to prove I am right or they are right? Do experiments, do research, but the advertisement is fantastic. That's like old cells are going to this cellular reprogramming and getting young. But your body is not only your cells, your body has a frame of so-called extracellular matrix which keeps your body, and your cells, even young cells, even stem cells, if they get to old extracellular matrix, to old this stiff extracellular matrix stiff frame, they're getting old. They're not getting young. Age is defined not by age of cells. Cells can be produced in your bone marrow, and you have many stem cells in tissues. So again, it is fantasy. It is not science, but dominating opinion that go pay this money, and a lot of funds go, billions of dollars go to this research. A lot of noise, a lot of advertisement. Okay, but whatever. I don't accept it. Another anti-aging procedure is the transfusion of blood plasma from young donor to an older individual. The startup Ambrosia offered such transfusion for $8,000 American per 1 liter of young blood plasma, but the effectiveness in anti-aging remains unverified. Blood plasma actually has many tiny pluripotent cells, stem cells, produced in the bone marrow. This is normally our blood has a lot of stem cells. In any body has a lot of stems produced in bone marrow. Of course, when we are aging, this production of these new stem cells is dropping. It is compromised. But again, if you take blood plasma from young individual with a lot of stem cells, so no wonder that cellular age measurements by the methylation clock in blood after such a transfusion will show radical rejuvenation after this transfusion. Yeah, no doubt. And even for temporary, for a while, you will feel better, because what is the stem cells do? They get converted to the blood, to the white blood cells and other cells of your immune system, and they will help to keep your body more healthy. But how long it will last? Question: how long it will last? So according to Dr. Dobry Kiprov, you can look this person. He worked many years in this technology, and in his opinion, these treatments are not related to long-term rejuvenation. Short-term, yes, short-term it shows some improvement in health, and also, according to the FDA, there are potential risks associated with the treatment. So, but anyway, practice of transfusion also raised ethical medical concerns, and but yet it is a popular treatment among some wealthy patients. This guy is multi-millionaire, and he is spending $2 million American dollars per year on some treatments, and I believe he is doing not all, but quite much wrong, because his kind of rejuvenation achieved by just physical activity, to my opinion. What he is doing, all these plasma infusions, it's okay. I don't know. Up to him. He has money, he pays, no problem to me. Some supplements can increase the production of stem cells in the bone marrow and reduce the biological age measured by methylation clock. Again, it can be, this epigenetic clock is nonsense, to my opinion. In particular, vitamin D3 and ascorbic acid are essential for stem cell enhancement. Yeah, so you can read the publication. Okay, you take regular vitamin D3 and ascorbic acid, you will get rejuvenation, certainly. Certain biological bioactive compounds from plants increase stem cell proliferation, including plant extracts from blueberry, green tea, cocoa, some natural products like berberine, curcumin, catechin, carnosine. Yeah, it all works. Okay, I do not deny. Okay, you want to improve your health and your immune system. Yeah, do it. I do it myself. Yes. Resveratrol was advertised as a magical potion for rejuvenation and stem cell proliferation, despite some studies expressing safety concern about the use of resveratrol. Okay, you can go to the publication, or you can also download my presentation on resveratrol. I'm very pessimistic on this, very skeptical on the resveratrol. It is nonsense. Okay, but nevertheless, people made many $1 million on this. And yet in clinical studies, few people, participants passed away, died. Nevertheless, yeah, resveratrol is still marketed as a miracle anti-aging agent. Okay, up to you. You have money, you buy it, you use it, up to you. I don't trust me. I never trust any other opinion. I try to read scientific publications and then to get my opinion. This is my style, okay? But what works for me maybe not works for you. This guy, okay, watch my presentation that's about him. He's very good in making money, I would say. Measurements of so-called rejuvenation by methylation clock may produce very strange results that are not in any way related to health improvement or lifespan extension. For example, an average 12 years, it is average 12 years of so-called rejuvenation measured by methylation clock, and for some patients even 20 years rejuvenation were measured after only 6 months of taking calcium salts or alpha ketogluteric acid. Can you imagine that 6 months of taking some supplements and will rejuvenate your body 20 years? I wish I have it, but it is impossible. Okay. I will go a little bit in next slide to this, or maybe okay, let's go with this. So this guy is the founder and CEO of company Rejuvenate. They produce this calcium salt of alpha ketogluteric acid, and this is acid from Krebs cycle. But again, my opinion, that citric acid works better for this. I take a lot of lemon juice or citric acid every day, and it works. So certainly it helps. But this guy, look at this. Yeah, just funny. Okay, he's 67. Yeah, 67. Look at him. I am 67 this year. I am 67, and I would be ashamed, devastated if I would have such shape of the body and such outlook. Yeah, wow. But yet he is claiming that he got rejuvenated to 47. Yeah, maybe he in 47 he looked like this. I don't know. And this was, he claiming it that he was taking 2.5 years of this regimen, and the price of this supplement, $5 per day. Okay, you have money, you can pay hundreds $100 for this. Go on. It is up to you. It's again, what works for me will not work for you. It's I do it much cheaper. And is it working for me? Again, I trust my research, and my research shows that it works. But okay, and my appearance, muscle growth, and okay, but I will go in more details later. Another example of unrealistic 2-year rejuvenation after only 2 months change to a healthy diet and lifestyle in a group of men between ages 50 and 72. Yeah, you can read this publication, and yeah, The healthy diet included consumption of eggs, beef liver, and 160 grams of animal protein from grass-fed organic meat a day. I love this diet. I love it. I wish I will follow the same. I try, but again, maybe I cannot afford this grass-fed organic meat so much. But okay, but what I use, okay, it's other details. But I love this diet. But 2 months of this diet cannot rejuvenate it. Participants were doing also a minimum of 30 minutes of exercise per day for at least 5 days a week and sleeping minimum 8 hours per night. Okay, I do 2 hours, some days 3 hours of exercise, intense exercise per day, at least 5 days per week, yes, right, and I sleep in minimum 8 hours per night. So I love all this the protocol, but yet I would say it is not realistic to in 2 months to change your biological change age to, I mean, to like 20 years or whatever, even 2 years. It's not realistic. Okay, it's just some improvement health for sure, but again, it is only showed that measurements of this epigenetic clock is not reliable, to my opinion. Okay, there is a need for inexpensive method to estimate personal biological age to determine the effectiveness of various supplements, lifestyle change, and exercise. Here I propose a simple and affordable method of vascular or arterial age estimation. Okay, it is not, maybe it will not yet your outlook, your appearance, but I'm talking about vascular rejuvenation or vascular age. It matters. This vascular age is changing because of lifestyle or supplements is the quickest. The change is quickest, so you can use this method. And what it is, the method? It is based on measurements of blood pressure and resting heart rate using a blood pressure monitor, which costs less than 10 American dollars. I bought this monitor 3 years ago, or maybe 4 years ago, I don't remember for sure. And I do it from time to time, and it's easy. It costs me nothing. I change batteries maybe once in a few months, and that's all. All my expenses on it. So easy. Such measurements would be a cost-effective and simple way to estimate vascular age, as well as assess effectiveness of the supplements and lifestyle changes for potential lifespan extension. Why it is good? Because again, if I do something, I rely on this monitor, I calculate, okay, this works better, this works not so well, I have to make some adjustment. And then, but what works for me maybe not work for you. So take this monitor, make your own research, and you will see the changes. Okay, you will see the changes. What to say? High systolic blood pressure, pulse pressure, and resting heart rate are major determinants of the accelerated aging and aortic stiffness. There are many publications on it. You can. It's actually I present only 2 or maybe 3 further, but hundreds. It's established fact, the experimental fact that aortic stiffness is related to systolic blood pressure, pulse pressure, and resting heart rate. Yes. Okay. So such kind of monitor, blood pressure monitor in Thailand, it is, I can buy it for 250 baht. It is maybe 8 American dollars. Not expensive at all, and it is lasting again for years, no problem at all. So what it is measuring? It is measuring oscillations of blood pressure in not in aorta, but in elastic arteries and muscular arteries. Okay, so it's here measuring. And what we have systolic pressure, we have diastolic pressure, and we have mean arterial pressure, and we have pulse pressure, which is the interval of blood oscillations. Okay, so easy and quick. Okay, easy and simple. Pardon me. What is? Oh shit. Okay. In research, this reference, 2,036 participants were divided into 4 groups according to their systolic blood pressure at regular examination made once every 2 years for 30 years. And as expected, there was a direct correlation between systolic blood pressure and the body mass index, and which is a person weight in kilograms divided to square of their height in meters. And it was correlated with diabetes, left ventricular hypertrophy, so it is your swelling of your heart, and stroke, risk of the stroke, not risk events of stroke. The result of this research were following easy, so as people age, systolic blood pressure increases from 30 to 85, only increases. There is an early increase in diastolic blood pressure, and then after 50 years, 50 or 60 years, it is declining. And also mean arterial pressure also it is increasing from in interval of age 30 to 50 years, but then it is going down a little bit. But the difference, pulse pressure rose steeply. Maybe it is the best indication of your age, best correlation with your age, and also mean arterial pressure reached an asymptote. Okay, look, to my opinion, again, if you see pulse pressure is the best indicator of your age. It is. It depends on what group you are. If you are hypertensive, of course, it is growing much quicker. If you're normal tension with your normal pressure, it is rising anyway. So you can correlate your age with blood pressure, and this is again these people didn't get any treatments, no treatments. This research was done long ago before any treatments were invented. So it is you can rely that humans in average life, they pulse pressure is growing, and it can be used together with systolic pressure probably, but this is more reliable, I believe. Pulse pressure and systolic blood pressure can be used as markers of aging. Easy and simple. You just measure and you say, okay, I am like systolic pressure 200. Oh my God, I am age 80. Okay, or less. Okay, let's go. The most likely explanation for the fall in diastolic blood pressure after age of 60 is increased large artery stiffness due to fragmentation of elastin and increased collagen and calcium deposition in the large arteries. Age-related stiffening of the aorta is associated with decreased capacity of elastic reservoir and hence a great peripheral runoff of stroke volume during systole. Okay, this you can go again. It's some basic of medical science and what we are measuring, and so you go to Wikipedia, you read about what is cardiac output and stroke volume and systolic blood pressure, diastolic blood pressure. It is all defined. It is just basic of medical science. So, and again, stiffening of the aorta is changing how blood is flowing. In stiff aorta, we have this systolic blood pressure increasing because it is stiff tube. Blood go from your heart to very stiff tube. So to push blood, you need more pressure, so the systolic blood pressure is increasing. But diastolic blood pressure, you have to understand why it is working in this cardiac cycle, and then you will see that with the stiff aorta, diastolic blood pressure will start to decrease. Okay, so stroke volume, it depends of course on conditions. If you are exercising, stroke volume is increasing. Okay, so and the cardiac output also defined by a resting heart rate, or if you go to exercises, this is your cardiac output. Volume of blood pumped by heart is increasing, so it's again Okay, increased blood flow resistance and increased artery stiffness elevate systolic blood pressure. In contrast, diastolic blood pressure rises with increased vascular resistance first, but then but falls with increased stiffness. Sorry. What? Sorry. This I make copy from the article, so it's I didn't make it myself. So vascular resistance. Vascular resistance. It is a resistance to push blood through all your blood vessels and including capillaries. So if your resistance is increasing, first the diastolic blood pressure is coming up because you need more pressure to push blood through all your blood vessels. But as stiffness of the aorta is increasing, then diastolic blood pressure start to decrease. So it's again in hypertensive group, this systolic blood pressure the actually decreases after 7th or 8th decades. Okay, that's okay. Let's go a little bit here. Okay, you see, systolic blood pressure is risen, but diastolic blood pressure start to decrease about after 60 years old. It is start to decrease because of stiffness of the aorta. So. Then again, clearly after age of 50, the medium arterial pressure is no longer a surrogate measurement for vascular resistance. Okay, so you can, if your blood vessels are getting very resistant to blood flow, then this medium arterial pressure is not anymore good biomarker of stiffness. So mean arterial pressure. You see, mean arterial pressure it is saturating. It cannot be defined with age. Pulse pressure, yes, but here it is not reliable measure. But okay, also you have to mind that pulse pressure increases in bradycardia. Bradycardia it is slow heartbeat rate. It has to be understood that the diet, supplements, lifestyle conditions, exercise influence blood pressure and resting heartbeat rate measurements. Regular measurements with blood pressure monitor may allow individuals to decide whether aging or rejuvenation is occurring in their bodies and apply the necessary interventions to get efficient rejuvenation of their bodies. This why it is so important and easy to use. Maybe every day you can use it. You can see impact of your exercises on your blood pressure. You can see impact of if you sleep not enough, etc. So you have to decide, and doing this everyday measurements instead of paying few thousand American dollars for this senseless, I mean, absolutely useless measurements of epigenetic age of your body. It's no okay. You decide. You have billions of American dollars. Okay, you can do it. You can do it every day if you want. But blood pressure monitor is so much easier. So I'm coming to my measurements again. I did it for years, and again you see, and at least I can see and I can make some conclusions and I can decide what is happening in my body, what is good for my body, what is not. So this time I was doing a lot of aerobic exercises, cycling 60 kilometers a day or 5 days a week or even more longer, even 6 days a week, and some days 100 kilometers. So I was in very good shape, and pressure was systolic and diastolic pressure was low. You see it is like pulse pressure here about 40 46 36 and 36 37. It's not bad, it's good, and pulse or resting heartbeat rate was 51. It's also okay. Then next after 2 years I got I changed a little bit. I was going more to resistance exercises. I was growing muscles, and I was yet also the result of long aerobic exercises gave that me even heartbeat rate was even smaller, but blood pressure little bit, systolic blood pressure little bit went up, because resistance exercises, they make the aorta and the blood vessels more stiff. Yeah, it's, you just mind, I will explain it in the next video why, but it is again in mind what kind of exercises are good for you. Okay, it is well known that intense or prolonged training until muscle fatigue is a primary condition for muscle growth. Muscle fatigue is related to metabolic stress, microscopic damage to muscle fibers, and local inflammation in the muscle. Okay, you see, inflammation is or your stiffening is related to inflammation, because inflammation, in condition of inflammation, this fiber, so collagen is produced, more collagen is produced, and it is your blood vessels and all your tissues are stiffening actually. So be careful with this resistant exercises. But as I said, inflammation can lead to swelling in the affected muscles, which contributes to feeling of muscle tightness and discomfort, contributing to the sensation of fatigue. Acute and adaptive inflammation of large muscles, in, for example, in the legs, will result in a considerable increase in the resting heart rate and systolic blood pressure during the recovery process. And it is necessary because you have to provide more nutrients and oxygen to muscles to grow. It is natural, it is okay. But adequate recovery between the sessions is necessary to avoid overtraining that may result in increased resting systolic blood pressure, increased this resting heartbeat rate, weight loss, muscle soreness, and fatigue. Okay, you see why you need monitor and why you have to measure your blood pressure maybe every day. Again, it's easy. So again, just to demonstrate you the effect of the effect of the training. Okay, this is blood pressure which was measured in January. You see that heartbeat rate is good, 53. Yeah, it's below 60. It is very good. And here blood pressure is 102 to diastolic pressure 68. It means the pulse pressure is only 34. Okay, 34. But this was done already when I rested enough. Okay, this was resting. The same measurements, but when I was not yet recovered from this intense exercise, you see systolic blood pressure went up, diastolic blood pressure also went up, heartbeat rate a little bit up. So it's again because heart is working to pump more blood, so it is natural. So but you mind again, if it go too much, then you need more rest to recover and to get to your set. But if as I can recall, when I was 18 years old, my blood pressure was 110 to 80, 108 to 80, and the resting heart rate was about 40. Yeah, okay, I was well trained. I was swimming in fins, very intense. I do it also swimming in fins now, but certainly when I was young it was better. So what we can say? Pulse pressure. You see, if I have pulse pressure about 35, yeah, it shows rejuvenation of my vascular system, of my blood vessels to age of maybe 40. I'm 66. Instead of this, I have blood pressure quite good. So I'm quite happy with this. And I feel I have endurance, muscles grow, and again also one stuff which is happening with age, it is more and more difficult to grow muscles. Why? Because to grow muscles you need blood supply, you need blood flow to provide nutrients, provide oxygen. And if you have stiff blood vessels, and if you have this vascular resistance very high, then you have what you have. You cannot grow muscles. and the muscles, just muscle tissue dies out. But now, for now, for example, with good result that my kind of vascular rejuvenation is that muscles growing quite well. I'm quite happy. I increased my weight just recently from 68 to 75 kilos. Not all by muscles, but muscles are, yeah, I see it is. I have, volume is increased, sure, for sure, and the strength also increased. So I'm okay with it. Okay, so you can go to all these publications, read and make your own research. Don't rely on my opinion. I am not a medical professional. I'm not supposed to give you any medical advice. What I told you about this, I make research. I make this research as always. I'm professional scientist, and what I do, I review literature. I read all available literature on this topic, and then I am getting my own opinion, which is may coincide or may not coincide with official medical medical professionals, and normally it is not coincide because okay, maybe I'm special, maybe maybe medical professionals don't know about anything about science, but I do my research. I rely on science, which science is, again, it's science. In my own opinion, I believe it works. I believe it works. But okay, but you are supposed to ask opinion of medical professionals, of course. So if you like this information, what I provide, that again about easy measurements of age, press like and bell button, subscribe to my channel, share this video information, buy a blood pressure monitor. It is so cheap, and use it. Okay, it will help you. Trust me, it will help you to decide about your lifestyle, diet, and exercises, and whatever, sleep, how long to sleep, etc. Yeah, I don't have any official support in this research. I do it for myself. I hope to live forever young, and of course it takes years. There is nothing, there is no magic potion, no magic pill that will rejuvenate you in overnight or in 2 months, like people claim that they rejuvenated body after injection of stem cells or after taking some supplements for two months. It is nonsense. It is nonsense. Rejuvenation takes years and years hard work. Okay, but it is worthwhile. It is good to feel yourself strong and healthy, and yeah, it's good. Okay, have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.